Calling case number 2023-011905, Thomas Pasco and TNT Authentics LLC versus Jeremy Birmingham and Marcus Reeves. Appearances, please.
Jeremy Morning, Your Honor. Attorney Ryan Dobson on behalf of the plaintiff, Thomas Pasco, is available via Zoom. Can you state your name, Tom?
Thomas Pasco.
Okay. And I see Mr. Birmingham here. This was a motion for default. What I read in the motion was that the plaintiff did provide an answer at some point, but has essentially failed to, or excuse me, defendant provided an answer at some point, but he's essentially failed to participate in any of the proceedings. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. He has failed to participate in anything after that. He's been served with all the documents properly. I've tried to reach out and contact him through numerous methods. No response.
Okay, he is here today. Let me pull this up. Give me 1 second. Just want to go through the system. Yeah, there's nothing. There's no responsive pleadings to this motion also. Where I'm seeing in here a note from January 30th of 2025 that everyone else was in default. Why didn't we resolve this 9 months ago?
My understanding is that the motion, I've been speaking with my secretary. She had a difficulty getting this motion scheduled, but I can't tell you as to that. I wasn't notified. There was a lack of clarity, let's say, and when we went to the case evaluation, it became very clear kind of where everything was at and the lack of responses and failure to respond to anything at that point. And I was advised that the case evaluation, I believe it wasn't applicable to the defendant, Reeves.
Okay.
They had removed him from the evaluation. I had no knowledge before that.
That's interesting.
Your Honor, if I may.
Go ahead.
I filed a response to the initial complaint and stated that there was a preceding criminal matter in this and that I had asserted my Fifth Amendment right. And I believe there was actually no court order for mediation, nor was I ever served. However, the plaintiff, through their motion today, did not include the fact that on June 12th, Thomas Pasco, under oath and in writing, stated in Anne Marie McCarthy's court, 230087773, that he was owed in its entirety $25,799.76 for this matter. He was subsequently paid on that day, cashed the check. I have a copy of that here. And as such, again, Mr. Pasco stated under oath in another courtroom that this was the totality of what he was owed for this matter, received payment on that day. And, they waited 3 months after he received payment to file a default and never once stated in their default that their client had been paid in full what he had requested, despite the fact that Wayne County, their prosecutor's office said the case was worth only $20,000. And Mr. Pasco, in a hearing on June 12th in front of McCarthy, stated that the totality of what he was owed for this matter was $25,799.76.
Mr. Birmingham, why haven't you filed anything in this case?
The only thing I ever filed, ma'am, was the initial answer to the complaint, and I believe I stated in that answer
Mr. Birmingham, you're here today because they filed a motion for default.
I never got that motion, ma'am, until October 8th, and I tried reaching out to your courtroom, and they told me it was too late to file anything, and that's when they said, let's reach out for oral arguments.
There is no way that they would have told you that, but we're here because you received a motion for default and an order for oral argument. You can file anything at any time. The MyFile system doesn't cut anybody off.
I can't file anything, Your Honor. I'm currently in Spain, and e-file does not allow that. I actually have correspondence with Corey and Lori there stating to file this via e-file, and I told them there is no way possible because a 403 forbidden comes up. Michigan filing does not allow out-of-country filings.
Your Honor, my understanding is the defendant in this case has fled the country after the criminal charges came down. So that explains why he's in Spain and unwilling to appear in the courtroom.
Oh, I am sorry. This just jogged my memory. There's an additional issue, counsel. I out of an abundance of caution, I'm going to recuse myself from this case. I believe that in prior years, have had contact with Mr. Birmingham. And it would, it's just jogging my memory now. I'm going to assign this to somebody else. I don't know who, it'll go in the blind draw, but, yep, I wanted to bring this up earlier. I had forgotten about that. I have had my own, out of abundance of caution, I'm going to remove myself from this one because of my prior contacts with Mr. Birmingham. So I will have this pending until you get an order in front of another judge. You'll probably have to renotice this, Mr. Dobson, because I don't think I can put it on another judge's docket. But this is going to have to go to somebody else now that
Will I have the opportunity
I'm
then, Your Honor,
remembering my
to
own
file
experience with Mr. Birmingham.
Will I have the opportunity then to file my response with this new judge?
Mr. Birmingham, it's my understanding you can't file a response because you're in Spain. The My File system doesn't change simply because it goes in front of a new judge.
Actually, I'm saying, like, I'll hire an attorney at this point then, because if they're going to go forward saying that they haven't received payment, then again, I'll gladly hire an attorney, right now to file
Do
it.
whatever you want to do, but again, the My File system doesn't change. If you can't e-file it from Spain, you can't e-file it from
I can
Spain.
have an attorney though do it if I'm saying I have an opportunity then to respond to his new answer once it's sent to a judge, correct?
I'm taking the same position that I took before. The My File system works.
Perfect.
All right. This is going to go in front of somebody else. Corey, if you could prepare a transfer order and I will fill it out. Sorry, Mr. Dobson. I meant to bring that up earlier and I had forgotten about my own experience with Mr. Birmingham.
Not a problem, Your Honor. I completely
Okay.
understand.
Thank you.